Have you ever felt so lazy that even the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain? Well, you're not alone. But what if I told you that even the laziest person can become a champion? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of a boy named Ryan, a tale that proves how a powerful reason can transform anyone. Ryan lived in a small, peaceful village with his parents. Every day his job was to help his father in the rice fields, his one and only task. To chase away the birds that came to feast on the rice grains. Now, Ryan was known for two things: being exceptionally lazy, but also surprisingly clever. Instead of running around all day under the hot sun, he came up with a brilliant shortcut. He planted poles around the edges of the field, tied ropes between them, and attached little bells and shiny objects. All he had to do was sit in the shade and pull a central rope, which would shake the entire network and scare the birds away. He could take a nap, read a book, and still get the job done. His father would often sigh, worrying about his son's laid-back attitude. But he couldn't deny it, the birds stayed away, and the rice was safe. Ryan always found an easier way, and his father, though concerned, trusted him to complete his work. Life was comfortable and easy for Ryan until one year, a harsh, dry summer settled over the village. The heat was relentless, and the earth grew cracked and thirsty. To make matters worse, Ryan's father fell seriously ill, leaving him unable to work. Suddenly, the entire weight of the family's survival fell onto Ryan's shoulders. He was now responsible for the whole field, not just scaring birds. He had to fetch water, till the soil, and manage everything alone. For someone not used to hard physical labor, it was an overwhelming nightmare. He tried his best, but his efforts weren't enough. He couldn't water the vast field in time, and soon, the once green rice stalks began to wither and turn yellow. That night, as Ryan sat alone under a blanket of stars, a heavy feeling of disappointment washed over him. He looked at the dying crops, a direct result of his inability to work hard, and felt a deep sense of regret for all the years he had spent avoiding effort. It was a bitter pill to swallow. Just when things seemed hopeless, a royal messenger arrived in the village with incredible news. The king was holding a grand competition. The challenges would test strength, endurance, and intelligence. And the prize, a magnificent chest filled with gold coins enough to solve any family's troubles for a lifetime. When Ryan heard this, a spark ignited within him. This was it. This was the chance to save his family, to buy medicine for his father, and to restore their fields. He decided right then and there that he would enter the competition. When he announced his decision, the villagers couldn't help but laugh. Ryan, the laziest boy in the village, in a competition of champions. That's a good joke. They chuckled. Even his own parents were skeptical. They didn't truly believe he could win against the strongest and bravest men in the kingdom. But they saw a new fire in his eyes, a determination they had never seen before. They hoped that, win or lose, this challenge would be the turning point he so desperately needed. With his family's quiet blessing, Ryan packed a small bag and began the 3-day journey to the capital. When he arrived, the air was buzzing with excitement. He saw his competitors, tall, muscular men who looked like they could wrestle bears for fun. A wave of nervousness washed over him. The first challenge was announced: cross a massive wide lake. The signal was given, and his powerful opponents dived into the water, their strong arms cutting through the surface with impressive speed. Ryan knew he couldn't win a swimming race against them. He wasn't a strong swimmer, and his stamina was low. But instead of panicking, his clever mind kicked into gear. He didn't jump into the water. Instead, he turned around and ran into the nearby forest. He quickly gathered sturdy branches and strong vines. While the other contestants were already halfway across the lake, Ryan was busy building something. He skillfully tied the branches together, creating a small, sturdy raft. He then found a long, flat piece of wood to use as a paddle. He pushed his raft into the water, hopped on, and started paddling. It wasn't fast, but it was steady and required far less energy than swimming. As he paddled calmly, he started passing his competitors. One by one, the powerful swimmers grew tired, their strokes becoming slower and weaker. Ryan, resting comfortably on his raft, glided past them with a steady rhythm. With patience and smart thinking, he reached the other side, finishing in third place and securing his spot in the final round. The crowd, which had been confused by his actions, now murmured in appreciation. Ryan had proven that brains could indeed compete with brawn. Only 2 other contestants remained, both formidable rivals. But Ryan was no longer the lazy boy from the village. He was fueled by a powerful purpose. He was ready for the final challenge. The king announced the last task. Each contestant had to move a massive, heavy wooden block from the starting line to a finish line 1 kilometer away. They were allowed to choose only one tool to help them. The first opponent chose a thick, strong rope, planning to drag the block. The second chose a long iron lever, hoping to pry and push it forward. Then it was Ryan's turn. He walked over to the selection of tools and, to everyone's astonishment, picked up a small, sharp carving knife. A wave of confusion and laughter rippled through the crowd. A knife. What is he going to do? threaten the block into moving. Someone shouted. His opponents smirked, confident in their choices. But Ryan ignored them all. He had a plan. While his rivals began their grueling work, grunting and sweating as they tried to move the heavy, square blocks, Ryan knelt beside his. He didn't try to push it. Instead, he began to carve. With focused and precise movements, he started chipping away at the block's sharp corners and flat sides. Shavings of wood flew as he worked tirelessly, his knife shaping the block with incredible speed. The crowd watched, mesmerized and bewildered. What was he doing? Slowly but surely, the square block began to transform. Ryan was carving it into a giant, perfectly round sphere. Once he was finished, he stood up, took a deep breath, and gave the newly formed wooden ball a gentle push. It started to roll, and it kept rolling. While his opponents struggled to drag their heavy, friction-filled blocks just a few meters, Ryan walked comfortably behind his, guiding the rolling sphere with minimal effort all the way to the finish line. He crossed it first, with energy to spare, as the crowd erupted into a deafening roar of applause and disbelief. Ryan, the lazy boy, had won. Ryan's victory sent a shockwave through the kingdom. He proved that a lazy person can harbor incredible intelligence and creativity. But more importantly, his story showed that this hidden potential is often unlocked only by a powerful motivation, in his case, the profound love for his family. His journey teaches us a vital lesson. A strong will and a clear goal are the ultimate cure for laziness. If you ever find yourself feeling unmotivated or stuck, remember Ryan. Find your big reason. Is it for your family, for your dreams, or simply to prove to yourself what you're capable of? This is true for any challenge, like learning a new skill. With daily practice and patience, you will gradually improve and achieve what once seemed impossible. Ryan's story isn't just about winning a competition. It's about conquering our own limitations. When we do that, we not only achieve success, but also become an inspiration to everyone around us. True success and happiness are found in that daily, persistent effort. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that can change the way you think. See you in the next video.